There's just one cake left, a lonely cookie sitting on a puddle of fudge. Victory, taste bittersweet. This is the last scoop. No refills tonight. Frost and fury, sugar and spike. The last scoop. One melts, one stays. The freezer crown dies today. The dog. The lights flicker. The hum fades. And when the frost settles, there's just one cake left. A lonely cookie sitting on a puddle of fudge. Victory.
Wow.
You've been listening to that offline, haven't you? You knew where all the cues were. Wow. Damn.
Well, you're tuned to the P word.
Yeah. We just did our Carvel
Ameri-
ice cream.
We just did our big ad.
Yeah.
The American Moron Entertainment Network, because we are morons, and it's been documented by people that shall remain anonymous.
Yeah, they said, well, yeah. I'm from Pennsylvania, and you're dumb. I
That-
polished my tooth for this.
They sounded like that.
Yeah, pretty much.
I saw them at the store.
Yeah. But hey, we're not that dumb. We're actually on the air.
in the White House.
Nope, not in the White House.
no.
No.
With what's left of it. But we're actually on the air with no internet tonight, so that's pretty good.
This is all going through my
Hello, Jim.
hotspot on my phone. This is crazy. This is a Mr. Jim Naffis in the house. It's crazy.
Fucking trucks.
Fucking truck took out my Verizon FiOS line today while I was at work, and
It's amazing how tiny it is too. I went down and pulled it out of the snow and was looking at it.
yeah, it's
You know.
just light.
Yeah, but it's so funny. Like I remember when ours went down, Pugsley's bird at the time, pterodactyl, whatever she was freaking out. Like she's jumping all around it, like scared to death, trying to get Pico on the phone.
Oh,
And I walked over. I'm like, it's a FiOS line. There's no power in it. It's fine. It won't hurt you.
well,
And she's like, well, I'm gonna find out. I'm like, it's my line.
when my Mustang was down one time, I was working. I had the hood open. I was looking for something, and he came over and he goes, "You see all these wires up the side here? They're all full of sensors that make your car go or not go." And I'm like, "No, that's
Yeah, no,
not
that's-
how any of
yeah,
this
that's-
works."
That's the headlight harness. It's fine. Jesus Christ.
I was nice. I didn't.
He said to me, like, you're one of the few neighbors, or I might be the only neighbor that doesn't like think he's stupid and treat him like he's
He's
dumb.
not stupid. He's highly intelligent,
Well,
book wise.
it depends on what book you read. You know, I mean, if it's Hop on Pop, yeah, he's right there with you. But I
Right.
mean, he tries to do things like,
And he wants to.
I can't
sound-
say-
we shouldn't. We shouldn't.
but I mean, like,
should.
he's one of those guys be like, but didn't Kafla say? And I'm like,
Kafka.
Really?
Really?
But he'll get, didn't Kafla say? And I'm like, Kafka, the Metamorphosis guy.
Yeah, it
See,
says-
but no, but he'll mispronounce it
Oh,
and say that.
Kafla.
Yeah, yeah.
Ah.
And he'll say it, and it's just like, and you're like, what? I
Yeah, well,
get it. I don't want to do this.
he needs the link for the AI thing.
No worries. I did learn the reason some of those sound a lot alike is if you use the same singer, it uses the same tune.
Okay. We might have to find a new singer.
Well, and that's
Sing me a song.
it's
You're a singer.
It's a huge pain because I really like some of the, like
It is freezing
when I
up a
when I
little bit.
finally figure it out, I really like it. And then
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
like I
I
lose
know.
it, and then I'm like, shit.
I get it, man.
There we go. Oh my god. Oh, what did I just kill?
What? You shut something off?
Every time I go to shut down fucking Firefox, when I'm here, it doesn't go down, and I have to click it a couple of times, and then it drops.
And then you get that
and then,
picture.
and
That's
I'm,
terrible.
Yeah, and I'm clicking it too many times, and it dropped what was behind
Click
it.
it till you can stick it, Jim.
God damn it!
Oh, that's the other thing.
Let me
Now
get
I'm getting
back
all
over
those
there.
ads for Eva and Javier.
Yeah,
I'm getting tons of them. That's pretty
Hang
funny.
on a minute. Here we go. I'll get back back into this.
So we do have a guest on the show tonight,
Yes,
but
we
you
do.
can't see her because she's laying on the floor.
Her ass goes by every once in a while.
Yeah. Lacey the
God,
dog.
you get the whole thing.
Pretty funny. I'm surprised the cat's not here screaming, but it's probably because of the dog being in the room. So that saved us. Still having some issues over there.
I'm losing my freaking mind over this. It just will
This is
not.
why it's the American War on Entertainment.
I mean, I'm literally
Network.
just trying to copy something, and it's like, nope, ain't gonna happen. Nope.
So I found out last week that the band Triumph was having a reunion, and tickets were going on sale, and I'm going with Russ and Terry to see Triumph next year
Nice.
in May. This past weekend they announced these, and they put, it was a Friday, they put the tickets up for sale for the M3 Rock Festival,
Very
which has been what's the best way I can put this? Enixed down to a one-day show. I have mixed emotion about that. I mean, I on one hand, it's like, okay, I'll just go. We could do that. I might as well just go. Like, well, the band, we're going to play the parking lot, but we're going to do the warm-up show that we always do. But cool can. But yeah, so that's going on. I got tickets for Rush next year. I did not get tickets for Iron Maiden because they're coming to Hershey and the place up in Jersey, Holmdel, New Jersey.
No, that's far.
So I unless because and then other people got tickets and I didn't get on it with them, so now I don't, I'm not going to go by myself. So I was talking to my boss about possibly going, but because
There you
he's
go.
a Maiden fan. But
Ooh,
Joe
man.
B's in the house.
This is black. This is an oatmeal stout from Burlington, Vermont. Oh my God, this is blacker than the inside of the Satan's ass. Folk metal oatmeal stout.
I like the artwork, the
I'll
flying
let
V's.
that let that mature for a moment there. But yeah, it's a neat can. Little faux Viking on it.
Yeah, it's nice artwork, man. Good job.
All right. Oh, it smells good too. Jesus.
So I was working on a Lavazza press approval today for Lavazza coffee with some representatives from Italy here, and that was fun.
Thought that sounded Lavazza. It sounded like
Lavazza.
Sounds like very Hanukkah. And oh, by the
If
way,
you go to
happy
Italy-
Hanukkah, folks.
Oh, thanks. I had other people tell me about it.
Yeah, I
Challenge
don't. I
2 a.m.
barely remember any of the holidays.
Oh, it smells good. Oh, that's really good.
I love
like
oatmeal
that.
stout. Yeah.
Oh, and by the way, I went back and had that biscotti beer.
Yeah.
I want to lower that to a 5, maybe a 4.5.
Yeah, I was thinking about it after.
Because I had one during the game.
I was thinking about it after the next day, and I'm just like,
It was nasty, man.
I don't know about this.
Maybe there was just I had some bourbon on the breath, and it just went over well. But I want to take that score down, way down. You might even want to give it a 3.2. So we got some snow over the weekend, dude,
I know. I love that. That was nice. Wait, what the hell is that?
in our fair area.
Churro stout. What do you want that at? Like 3?
Yeah,
I gotta concur.
wasn't good.
It's bad.
So I had to go outside and fire up the snowblower because it was enough for a snowblower. It was a snowblower,
I felt
right? It
I
was
felt
heavy.
bad about that.
So I go out, and apparently some mice made a nest in the old snowblower.
What part of it?
I don't know. When
We turned
when
it
I-
on. They blew out.
they were scattering in every direction.
Nice.
So they didn't eat my spark plug wire. So that was the important part.
I mean, it's better
She
than
fired right up, man.
mine has an electric starter,
So that's what mine has.
which is nice, and it usually starts up. But I didn't use
So
it.
I run an extension cord from the house out to the. I can't wait to have a real shed with power in it. But anyway, so I run the cord out there. I primed her up and gave her a couple turns, and after the first really good turn, boom, they came flying out, and I'm like, well, I don't keep my underwear in here, so I don't worry about that.
No, I went out and I started shoveling, and I saw Sheer and his son outside, and they were like struggling to get it done.
Oh, you gave me a
And-
hand with the snowblower.
No,
Oh,
but he said like, don't you have a snowblower? I was like, yeah, this is enough for a snowblower.
it was pretty heavy.
I was like, I'm not doing that.
It was bogging down on me though in some of the slush.
And I
stuff.
thought about it 5 minutes later, and I'm thinking, you know what? he probably wanted me if I could have done his.
Because he's
and
got a double
it
driveway.
probably would have helped if I had brought it out, but I was like, I'm just gonna.
This is
do it.
how old I am, dude. I'm out there running that thing, and then the next day, this part of my hand's all sore, where this tendon attaches to the hand.
Oh, were you like holding down the auger?
I was manually
Yeah.
moving because it kept getting stuck, and
Yeah.
she wasn't getting a lot of traction.
When it's really heavy, wet snow like that, they get kind of useless. They just kind of slide. And I swear to God, if I find the fucking helpful son of a bitch that came to our houses about 8 o'clock in the morning and stomped all over the fresh snow and made fucking ice all over my
He's a
sidewalk.
very sweet person. That I opened the door for them. They were
Don't walk on my snow.
they were not happy when I said no.
I'm like, who the hell?
I'm
came
like,
up?
I'm good, dude.
Yeah, I mean, I'm like, it's great that you came up, but now all of your footsteps are ice.
Joby, you are welcome that I came out. It was a good time. I only got to stay for a little over one set because my son was playing that night too. Mark Chasin in the house. How you doing, Mark?
Like, you were busy that night.
I was running all over the place. My son was playing down at with Studweiser. I see they have some shows coming up. The Grape Room just reopened. It used to be the Grape Street, and they have some shows lined up there coming up. So if I'm not playing whatever weekend that is, I will be going down to the Grape Room. God knows where I'm going to park my fucking car, but I'll probably take the band van because it's just the easiest thing to do.
That's what I like
empty it.
about the depot. I usually park wherever the police are doing a police action, and I figure my car is safe there.
So I'll tell you a little story. Not that I don't have to worry about anybody figuring this out, but you know where I load in when I play there?
Yeah.
I just pulled into there and parked right there. There was nobody there.
I've never even bothered to go down that street. The first time I went there, everybody was driving down the street and finding parking. And then they were parking in that lot across the street, and everything was fine. I'm like, I'm not doing that.
Literally the old train depot. That's where a lot of people park.
But
I don't know.
I used to go to the a gym where Conshohocken Brewing is, around the corner there on Front Street. And man, if you didn't get decent parking, you would come out, your car would be gone.
Where was this?
Conshohocken Brewing.
Oh,
They used to be something else. So I used to go down there all the time, but nobody parked down there, so it was easy to get a parking spot right out in front.
oh, Mark just wrote me. Mark Chasin. Mark, you'd be welcome to come on the show. We'd be glad to have you come down.
Hopefully tonight when we have internet connectivity.
That would be great if the internet gets
I
restored.
can't believe this is working.
Now, next week is.
Oh, I got to kill that other thing. Man.
Are we doing a show next week?
I-
It's the eve of Christmas Eve.
I don't know. That's why I brought all this shit tonight, because I wasn't entirely sure.
I mean, I'm game.
I'm fine. I'm off that week because that's my last day.
My
of
wife
work.
is flying back from Italy that night, so she'll probably be getting in. I would think probably close to 11 o'clock.
So if you're shit faced and,
It'll be normal.
yeah, she'll just,
Oh, there he is again, all fucked up and
I'm tired too. Let's
face
not
down
speak
in the
of it.
snow. Wait,
Yeah.
where did the snow come from?
Didn't melt.
So yeah, I say we do a show next week.
All right, cool. Eh.
There's nobody to tell me I can't.
Dude, I'm just like trying to get through next week. Like, I'm off. Tuesday's my last day.
Tuesday.
I'm from the area. But remember, I went to high school in I love that. But
Yeah, we spoke that way in Northeast Philly too, though.
yeah, but you're lucky I don't still say what did I milk?
G.
No, milk, water. What else did
I still say all
my
that
mother,
stuff.
my mom. It slips in.
You'd be surprised
My mom couldn't say aluminum.
what you say.
No,
Sometimes I send things in for voiceover stuff, and they're like too Philly.
the fuck you talking about? Did you see? By the way, did you see the show Task?
We watched half of it. I need to go back and finish it.
They
I was getting very stressed out
Yeah.
watching that. That really upset me.
But I'll tell you, man, they got the Delco accent.
They
down.
did it very well,
And that girl, Maeve, at least her, she's British.
aren't they all?
But they nailed it. Her and like her uncle, absolutely nailed the accent.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing.
And the cops, I mean, they got it. And I never thought that was a Delco accent. To me, that was just a Philly
it's a
accent.
Philly accent.
And like I said, if you come in from Chester County, which is like 10 miles some away, it's a different accent than here.
Well,
This is more like Philly.
so the first time I met Nancy's estranged brother is what I would call him. I shouldn't say that. He's not really estranged, but he tunes in occasionally. He lives in
Yaden.
not Northeast Maryland, but he's from Northeast Maryland. He lives somewhere in Elkton now.
Okay, yeah.
He sounds like he grew up in Philadelphia, but he grew up in Northeast Maryland, and his accent is identical to there's a couple, little outliers that are different, but he has the thick Philly style accent.
Yeah.
And, that's an hour and 15 minutes from here. And it's definitely a regional accent.
I was listening to 11-year-old me on a...
Mark Perry in the house. Wow, everybody's... We got to get Mark Perry in here, too.
That's right.
We should have a night of Marks.
There you go.
Perry and Chasen. That actually sounds like it would be a good
That's a good band.
band
yeah.
project. Perry Chasen.
That's better than... Yeah. What is that? Oh, but 11-year-old me? I'm like, how did this guy ever get married? Let alone, how did he get a date? I mean, I was awful. My voice... I'm like, oh my God, and I'm a kid and I sound like that.
Dude, where I grew up, everybody walked around yelling yo and screaming. And
Oh, yeah.
so my friend Larry, his cousin was from Los Angeles. Her father his name was Macy Lippman. He was a promoter. He promoted Foreigner, and he worked with Rick Springfield.
So he became successful to fuck over all the people that made fun of him
a
for being
very
named Macy.
successful promoter in music. I didn't know any of that shit when we were little and didn't really care, So she came out to stay in Philly for, I don't know, it was probably like a week or two. And I had never really spoken to anybody from outside the area in all reality, other than on a trip maybe. So she comes in and...
People from fucking, like Michigan who say pop.
So we're hanging out with her, and she says the word, as we say, 20. And she says 20.
20.
And then she says water. And I'm like, where the hell are you from? And she goes, Los Angeles.
And it's hard because
And
I say
and
water.
meanwhile, she grew up like in rich Los Angeles,
Yeah, I say water, I say 20. But like but it's when you think about it, you sound like you're going 20.
Yes.
Like you just did. Like you're really over.
It feels weird.
But you say 20. I say 20.
I say
20
it depends
sometimes.
on who I'm speaking to and the
It
situation.
depends on how many of these.
Right.
So, what I mean?
Tom Nally's in the house.
Tom.
I do have to touch on a topic here.
He's
So
all over the place.
Jim Naffis is asking about Derek at Vice Grip Garage. I don't know how much you watch, Jim, but lately he is in a new shop.
Oh, did you out him again?
So what happened? I've deduced this from going through
From satellite images you scammed from NASA.
and I found out by going online he sold his house, and it sounds like it was a very sudden thing.
Oh, boy.
So I think it was a combination of things.
Was he a soybean farmer?
Motor Trend dropped all of its television shows, which was probably a very huge part of his income.
Yeah.
The secondary and probably primary, because they, sometimes you can make these dollars stretch. I read that people were coming, and I heard him say a few things. People were coming on the property when he was doing a resurrection or whatever you want to call those things.
Hey, Derek, can I look at your erection?
So they were going on the back lot and looking at the cars, and they were actually stealing parts off cars, and all kinds of stuff was going on. And, meanwhile, his wife was home with the kids, and it was probably fucking scary, and they had to call the cops and all that. Because it was very easy to figure out where he lived.
That's why we do this in the bunker.
I did. I was able to, based on where he was driving, I could see street signs, but anyway, so they sold their house. They are still in the vicinity, but there are no public records. So Nancy and I were sitting around one night where she's like, that's because they did an LLC probably. So they did an LLC. So there are no public records of where their other house is or where they're at. It's not far. It's not far.
What's
But
like people?
they've relocated, and apparently everything's okay. But I will say, Jim Naffis, I watch the show religiously. I watch the channel, Vice Grip Garage, and I was very upset for him. It really upset me because I know how much time and money and effort he put into building first the 5-bay garage, and then he built the pole barn in the back where he had the other stuff going on, and the amount of labor and he had to have trucks come in and drop gravel.
Like the place I saw when he was, I forget what he was working on, but when he had he's in his garage and he goes into the back room and he's got an engine he's building in this little side room.
That was back when they were in Minnesota.
Yeah, and I'm just like, oh my God, this is so cool. And then I saw
and
the
that
new
was a
place.
property rented.
Yeah, I mean, but that's what he needs to do. He needs to totally get something away from his house.
Well, he has.
Which kind of ruins.
He's
it for him.
got something now. it's a spray foamed pole barn
He needs
with black paint. But
he needs a compound.
it's the problem with the new setup. And if you go on, you can go look at it. It's fine. He's got a lift in there and he can do all the stuff he can do for the show. But the previous location, I don't know. Probably Motor Trend came in, Discovery Channel, and the lighting in there was excellent because it was set up so that they could do episodes there as well. So he had all of the studio lighting needed.
Oh my God.
And now he's kind of back to the basics, which it's still good. It's still the typical show. There's nothing that's really changed, but it's pretty interesting, man. What's this with Tom Nally?
He got recognized.
Oh,
Wow.
did they let you skip a payment? That's pretty cool,
Here, sir,
Tom.
take a stack of hundreds and my.
Tom, I wanted to
Sign
tell
my
you. I
chest.
think I may have mentioned this before. Old School we were going to play at the Final Score, which is right down the street
Don't tell people.
from the old Woodhaven.
I was going to say, don't tell
Knicks.
people. Oh,
We're freezing up. It's right down the street from the old Woodhaven Knicks.
all right. I'm going.
And I picked the place specifically because I thought it was good location-wise in relation to where Knicks Woodhaven was. So, Tom Nally, you'll be expected to be February 7th at the Old School show.
I shut down everything but what I absolutely need to run this. So
Okay.
I'm off of. Uh-oh.
Did I do something?
No. I was actually streaming. Facebook was streaming. My Facebook was
So
streaming.
we're probably lagging a little bit to the people out there. Sorry about that.
Yeah, sorry, we're really kind of screwed.
Yeah, I think it's by Redner's. It's so from when I come
miss
out
Redner's.
Street Road, I head east and I make a right on I forget the street, but it's the road that goes down to the mall, and it's about 1/3 of the way down, and it's not far from what's that other place? The E House. It's not far from the E House. Hopefully, it's your birthday. That's even better, Tom.
There you go.
That's perfect. Hopefully,
Get him some strippers.
getting some other places around there. I'm trying to get us in the E House, but I don't have all the connections I used to have. As some of you may know, I was up at Hurricane Jack's this past Saturday, while the storm was blowing in. I kept running outside to make sure it wasn't sticking because it was I was not exactly
took a bit.
It's an hour drive, and the band finished at 11 o'clock, and I was on the road by 11:15, and I made it home. It was just starting to stick here in the old KOP. I slid on one road, went sideways for a little bit, but everything was fine. But I got to see my friend Jimmy Rosiola. I can't pronounce his name.
Raviola?
Yeah, Jimmy Ravioli's. It was him and Bone Smith and Paul Oley. They have a band called Side Piece, and it was their second show. So I went out to see those guys and support them and check out the Hurricane Jacks. Hurricane Jacks used to be a really big club in Levittown. They were on the other side of town, but I guess their lease went up and they moved to a new location. And new location is okay. I'm going to give it a.
I think if you put Jack's in
Kay
the name
Hoffman,
of a
hello?
club, I think it just does well.
What you
Just throw Jack's in the name.
Oh, Jacks.
Hurricane Jack's.
So now, the funny
Jimmy Jack.
story is the old location of Hurricane Jacks used to be before it was Hurricane Jacks, it was called the Dugout. And Instinct played there. We played there for WPST Radio.
Christ.
We were in a battle of the bands for WPST. They played us on the radio and all this crap. And it was the second gig of the evening. We were opening for Brittany Fox that night. So we played for Brittany. hung out with
Just
us. And I'm
cruise
talking to
down
Billy
there.
Childs, and he's like, "Yeah, man, this was cool." And he liked that we had a female vocalist. So I'm sitting there and we're having a good time talking. And he's like, he was talking about a set coming up. And I'm like, "I'm really sorry, dude, but we have to go up to the dugout because we're playing for WPST tonight." He's like, "Oh, that's cool. That's great."
Should have been like, come on.
So we literally we finished up, and I think we stood around for 10 minutes, loaded up the cars, and just shotgunned up there, played our set, and I don't know whatever happened with all that, but all I know is we got on the radio.
It led to all of this.
I
This
don't know.
empire.
Nah, none of that had anything to do with this. A good life in the printing industry. Thanks, Lavazza.
That's the thing. I got it. I was either in printing medical, or like I keep getting sucked into accountancy, even though I have nothing to do with accountants. I know none of that.
Hey,
So
they like your style.
no, they just need people who
They
can
need somebody
learn
with
software.
energy.
Oh God.
They need somebody from the American Moron Entertainment
Sitting
Network.
sitting around in my pajamas in a meeting, like fixing my hair, like trying to get it all hammered down.
And
Like, all right, this looks good.
And you
Turn on
change yourself to a frog.
yeah, like,
Well, that was my biggest fear. Also, was Friday. I'm working from home for half a day before I take my
you think.
vacation. Correct. So I'm hoping everything's back in order.
I'm telling you, you want to fuck with
Because
people.
Studio B shares the same internet.
If you work with people who are working from home and you want to fuck with them, just be like, just text them and be like, your camera's been on for 20 minutes. I did that to a guy and he shit himself.
I bet he did. Because
I mean, like totally freaked out. Like I'm just kidding. What the hell are you doing? Like I do remember one time I was.
Yeah, but that stuff really happens.
I know. It happened when we used to get internal
It
calls.
happened to a comedian.
It happened to me.
But he was diddling.
Well, I wasn't diddling, but we were doing when we got internal calls. When someone from inside the company called, your camera would just come on.
Oh my God, that's terrible.
Yeah, and I used to always like disable that shit, but then they would like put down a new version of the software and it would do it again. So this guy, I don't know if I was playing. I don't know what it was, but I jacked up my back a little bit, like my lower back was hurting. So I was, as he was talking to me, I went to go pull the shade down because it was really getting like the sun came out.
Would you get mass crack shot?
No, I stood up and I went to I did this and I put my hand like on my back and my fingers like when I had shorts on went down like the crack of the short, like right down the crack of my hand. Like it looked like I was like putting my hands down my pants.
Give him a show.
But it was just like,
Yeah.
But like it's right in the camera frame, and I didn't notice it until I turned and saw like my ass with the tips of my fingers down the back of my pants. I'm like, oh, come on.
Boy.
All right. But I did tell you there was one guy came to a meeting late and his camera's just on. He sits down. He's got no shirt on. I don't know if he's wearing pants, but he just sits down there. His wife walks by in her underwear.
Wow.
And
Hey, baby.
and like he's just like, yeah, sorry, I'm late. And then somebody's like, Eric, your camera's on.
I'll tell you what. That stuff is real.
When I got this thing, when I get a new work one,
You see what's on my camera?
I put one on. One of those stickers
I
goes
have
right
two,
on there.
right on the-
No,
yeah.
this is actually a little thing you can buy. It has like a little door.
I had that, but I put the tape on there. Just
Yeah, I don't, because one
know.
time I was working and I looked
You
up and
don't
the
know.
fucking camera was on,
It happens, man.
and I wasn't doing anything, and I had no reason to have the camera on, but the light was on. And I'm like,
I certainly don't need anybody peering into my living room.
yeah, I'm like, oh, the shit, what's going on?
Yeah.
See how I need to paint the wall and give me some shit about it? I don't need that.
When I do end up in a meeting when I'm from home and and I'm in the bar area,
Look at that nasty stuff.
that's where my work area is, and
Yeah.
I have a couple guitars hanging up there. Mostly it's like Kiss Palooza in there, and they're just like, wow, that's crazy. That's your house or whatever, and it's just funny.
I always put a background up.
I
Lately,
don't know
it's
if that'll work with the stuff I have going on. in
with
there.
with what we use that you can put a background up in.
I just tend to not have my camera
Mine
on.
is the background from 2001. There's like some monitors and like HAL 9000 is like right here. And it's like, people are like, what is that? And I'm like, what's what? But I change it up every once in a while.
That's
Just
cool.
For Christmas, I put like Jack Skellington.
Mm-hmm.
For Halloween, something horrifying. Usually the crazy shit we build and stuff.
There's a guy in Cape May. We were watching. There's a guy we watch from Wildwood. He does a Wildwood update and talks about all the stuff that's going on there. And maybe it was a Wildwood house.
Ugh.
And the people do a big Halloween display. Well, they've now decided to do a Christmas display.
Why?
Maybe they've been doing it for years. I don't know. They're associated with the guy from Channel 29, and so they have quite a display. It's very Halloween-esque in the sense that it's
produced.
animatronics, and there's scenes, and there are places to pose for pictures, and it was absolutely incredible. And all I could think was that snow's coming. Like, and some of these animatronics, like,
They'll break, yeah.
what did they do? Like, do they bring them in the house?
Drag 'em in.
They had like a furry polar bear animatronic. Very cool. I think it was like one of the Coca-Cola ones. And these people definitely spent a lot of money. Like, they had a lot of Disney products.
If you got a house down in Wildwood, you got the money to break your
Oh, the
animatronics,
house was
yeah.
probably a $2 million house.
Yeah.
But and they take donations, and they give them to some charity of some sort. But it was really cool. I was like, that would be fun too.
People ask me all the time, like, my God, what do you do for Christmas? I'm like, not much.
That it's funny that people ask me the same
Yeah,
question. I'm like,
why?
I put up a tree.
Yeah, tree in the house, and
This was the biggest year since
yeah.
David was little. Like, we have those little, whatever, those porcelain houses that my father-in-law owned. We set them up in the living room.
I gave up doing stuff. I just put the very Italian green red light pointing at the
the
house.
Maloiks?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the lights just shooting up at the house, and we the little tiny tree.
See, I still have David got us one of those projector hologram thingamajiggies last year, so we could use it for Halloween and New Year's, Christmas. And I didn't set it up yet this year, so I do need to get out there in the next 5 days, maybe tomorrow, probably not.
I did buy a Grinch this year.
I thought he lived across the street.
No, that's the Skinch. But no, there's the Grinch projected on the garage that we always do, and then
We saw that.
and then there's actually a Grinch climbing into the window,
I did not see that.
like next to the front door, the window there. There's a Grinch climbing
That's
up
cool.
the thing. It's like that's all about idea. I don't want to do all that.
So I didn't play for the last 2 Friday nights, and Nance and I, she got home in time because I work from home on Friday, so I'm able to be like waiting for her to go, and we went over and did happy hour 2 weeks in a row at Eddie V's,
Okay.
and Champ came in 2 weeks in a row. Now this past week he came in and he hightailed it. He couldn't get a seat at the bar. You know who Champ is,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, so we go sit at the bar, and I got steak tataki again.
Mm-hmm.
Holy fuck! It's $11.
How many did you get? Just one?
Just one. That's all you
Just
need.
give me a bucket of it.
Give me steak tataki, some bread, and I'm good. But $11 for an appetizer in a
No,
it's
around
like
here.
that's
Yeah.
like a 4-star restaurant.
Yeah. See, now I've been.
It's
Every
fun.
time you mention that, I want to go home and make tartare.
That would be fun.
I made.
If we did that New Year's Eve, no,
Nobody would eat it.
Yeah, you and I would.
I would eat it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Shit, I'd go get
But
like
if you ever
ground
want to
beef.
go for happy hour, like, let
Well,
me
I
know.
work during happy hour.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. That. All right. Never mind.
That's why people give me shit like, "Hey, you still at work? Yeah. Why are you slurring your words? It's happy hour."
And I have gigs coming up. I'm trying to look at the calendar here. Well, I have one on the 27th. The 26th, I do not have a gig. But is that Christmas Day?
No, that's the day after.
Oh, perfect. You're off that day.
I'm off. Yeah.
See, we can go get some steak tataki.
Yeah, we do that.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
I think that's a game
I
plan.
might have to do that. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. This could be
Nice.
good.
Yeah. Just remind me of everything. Oh, you have to remind me about the dog too.
Yes.
I put a thing, but
I'll
we'll
give you
talk
a
after
key,
this. Yeah.
And New Year's is on a Wednesday this year, and the
Is
band,
it?
yeah, and then
No, get the
it
fuck
is.
out. Is
It's
it?
on a Wednesday night.
Oh, New Year's Eve. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm I'm playing on this. So I'm playing the 20th, the 27th, the 2nd, and the 3rd.
My God.
You think I keep telling people we're not playing that much, but we're playing. So the 20th, I'm playing at Screwballs, and we're going to have an opening band, the Poosh Experiment. Poosh something Experiment. I don't know. Anyway, the 27th, we're playing at Sellersville Moose Lodge. They hired us to come in. If you know somebody who's a member, you're welcome to come in.
I was going to say, because you got to be a member to go to the Moose Lodge.
Or you can join. I don't know what it
And you're a member.
It's probably like $15, or I don't know what something like that costs. No, more than that probably, right?
Where is it? Sellersville?
Yeah, Sellersville Moose Lodge. And then the 2nd of January, 2026 kickoff, we're going to be at Peppers, man. If you want to go to Peppers.
Well,
And then the 3rd, we're at McStew's, and that gig, we're going to have Claire step in and sit in with Bob.
Which one?
Claire.
No, I mean which gig?
McStew's.
Okay,
January
sorry.
3rd. Sorry.
I was looking up
Like,
the
which
Moose.
Claire?
I'm looking
we
up
have
the
two
Moose
Claires?
Lodge.
Oh, Sellers. Yeah, you're going to tap out the damn internet.
Yeah, I am.
Use your phone.
Fuck it. Where's my phone? Oh. Right.
There's always a solution.
My phone.
My buddy's texting me and telling me stuff.
The hell? Oh. Yes. I spelled yes wrong. Jesus Christ, that's terrible. All right, I'm not gonna. I don't care about the Moose Lodge. Crap. How are we? Are we lagging? Because everything is.
We are
slow.
I'm sure people are popping on and popping off because they're like, I don't understand what they're saying.
That actually does sound a lot like it.
See? Oh,
So, Pat, if you're listening, you can on Facebook, but I don't know if it's gonna work because it's dog slow.
so I gotta tell. I don't know. Would you want to have guests in next week?
You could do that if you want.
Jimmy wants to come back and do the show again. So I started talking about they did a really cool bunch of tunes, dude. It was quite a selection. I enjoyed it. I had a good time. You know, it's fun, man.
Oh, that sounds good.
I'm not always, like we there's not a lot of nights where when old school's off, I'm not doing something else. Like, go out there with the wife or spending some time with the kid or whatever. There's always like something going on.
Hey, Pat.
So it was nice, man. Is it working?
I don't know if it's working.
I
Pat, can you hear
a
me?
phone ringing.
You there?
We're probably just going to kill ourselves. It keeps saying our internet was connected. Uh-oh, we lost all of everybody. I think we're just dropped off.
Pat, I got to drop that. I think we can't do this. Sorry, man.
He's going to have to type in.
Yeah, I don't think we can do it. I think I'm going to actually kill my Facebook feed.
So Mark Chasen said he can make it next Tuesday.
We can do that, yeah.
We'll probably have internet by then. If all goes well, I'll have it tomorrow, but I don't know. I'm always stuck here waiting for the internet guy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so,
see, it just went back live.
Yeah, it's me. If I do anything else because I'm broadcasting, it's going to kill it.
Well, we got a lot of stuff going through my phone.
What are you rating this beer at anyway?
I'm going to give this a solid 7.
7?
Yeah.
Okie doke.
How do you feel?
I love it. I'm giving it a 10. I love oatmeal stout.
Wow.
So,
I feel compelled to go higher. I was trying.
Well, you want to be careful because we don't want to do a 3-way tie because we only have like a couple of weeks left.
Yeah, I'm sticking with the 7. I'm a fan of oatmeal stout, but I'm not. It's the alcohol aftertaste I'm not crazy about.
Oh, see, I love that.
I know you do.
Wait a minute, what are we going for? Oh man, Newcastle Brown Ale almost missed it by 1 point. Whoever we had on that week as a guest gave it a 9. You and I gave it a 10. Murphy's is all 10s across the board, is where the hell is it? Killian's.
Murphy's is hard to get.
No, Murphy's easy to get.
Every once in a while, I go down to Kunda and they're sold out, and they're like, "Yeah, we're getting it on next Tuesday at 3:30." You know, it's one
Well,
of those.
we'll do this then. We have to figure out. Maybe we can do it now. Maybe we just say we're done. Do we want to do Murphy's or do we want to do Killian's?
I don't know. I would say probably Murphy's if Nance is involved because it's her favorite beer.
Yeah. All right, we'll just do that. So we can just, we'll just get on. I'll work on that, and I will bring that shit, and we'll be good to go.
Well, why don't we just do an excursion? We'll go buy all the stuff together.
Oh, we can do that too.
So back in the day,
Pat, I'm so sorry, man.
back in the day,
Pat finally wants to call in, and we cannot accommodate
of course not.
God damn it! You know what I'm gonna do?
Back in the day,
gonna
Jim,
drink more.
we used to go to over to New Jersey.
Ow!
Paul Morgan and I would do our annual.
Yes.
Oh, Paul Morgan and I would do our annual alcohol and guitar Mageddon.
Oh, nice.
So we would drive over, and I know this is illegal.
Do another
and I
one?
don't encourage. I'm probably going to have some of that.
Oh.
We would drive over to Jersey, and back in the 90s, late 90s, early 2000s, you had Guitar Center and Sam Ash in the same shopping center, and betwixt them was the the beverage store.
That's just good marketing.
I'm corresponding with Mark Chasen while this is going on. 7. What do you think? 7:10 p.m. as an arrival point.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sorry, Pat. Next time, once
People
Verizon
probably
gets the hell out here.
Why is it such a specific time? Because we need 5 minutes to get down here and put chairs down. But
we have to do a sound check. We have to set all this shit up. And this stuff is not here. I mean, that stuff's here, but got to plug into it all. Basically, what happens is you get here and you go and get a drink with Paul. I come down here and set all the
and
shit
do all
up.
the work.
Yeah.
Well, I've already preset the room up.
You've got the room up. Like
you
the
do
board,
all the electronics.
The board's up. I just connect everything.
So what was I saying? So Paul Morgan.
Some of our more fun guests are like, so what? You're just the engineer?
It's your show.
Yeah. I'm Tim, the engineer.
Tim, the engineer. It's your fucking show.
Fucking guys,
I just provide a space. So I keep trying to tell the story.
Sorry, I'm sorry.
So Paul Morgan and I, the late great Paul Morgan and I, we would go over to New Jersey and we would go, we would go shopping. We'd go look at guitars. We probably stopped at other guitar stores as well during
strip clubs.
No strip clubs.
No strip clubs.
No. And then we would go over to the spirits store that was in between the two. I won't say where it was or who it was. And we would load up for all the beer needed for Christmas and New Year's. So back in the day, mostly when I lived in my previous house, and every domicile before that, I would do a big Christmas Eve party. So I would do Christmas Eve and New Year's because everybody back in those days, all of our friends, none of them had kids. Nobody had responsibility, and they had nowhere to go. Once they went and visited Grandma and did the Christmas Eve thing, it's like, all right, it's 8:30. Well, I've got to go to bed now.
Yeah,
so
Christmas Eve was like the only day I saw my family.
they would all end up at our house, and we usually had a keg. So those were the days where Morgan and I would go out and get all the booze for the next 2 weeks, and it was a full on week of just getting fucked up.
Yeah.
Let's just call it the way it was. This before he had to stop drinking sometime thereafter because he had kidney and heart issue.
Well, that's why I'd never bought a kegerator because I would die a week later.
Right. I thought about it.
Oh, Bree and I thought about it a lot, and I was because we went to one place and I'm like, well, Six Tails fit in that, and I was like, oh, because we went to we were thinking about getting one.
My problem was I was worried I wouldn't. If it was a slow month, I wouldn't finish it, and then it would go stale, and then I'd feel bad.
That's what the guy. We went to we were talking about getting one. We were talking about it, and the guy from Wayne Beverage. And if you want to go to a place that's really obscure, weird, great selection of beer, Wayne Beverage in Wayne, Pennsylvania. The guy came over and he's like, we sell the stuff for that. And we're like, yeah, but we want to get like Otter Creek Copper Ale. Do you guys have that in kegs? Like that fit in a kegerator. He goes, we have it in Six Tails. They're the things that look like little oxygen tanks. They're tiny, and there's not as much beer, but it'll fit in a kegerator, and it works just like a keg.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, that would be so bad. Like, we would just sit around and drink. I mean, it's too much. Like, when you have that much beer around, and you don't have, like once we had the kid, nobody came to our house. Our friends just stopped coming over.
Isn't that funny how that works?
They're they would call like at 10:30, 11 o'clock at night, like on a Thursday. Hey man, what you doing? Sitting around in my jammies. Why? What, you want to go do? You want to go? You want to go get a drink?
No, I've got a baby.
I can't. The kid's been in bed for a couple hours, and if I leave, DHS will yell at me. Yeah, they when they don't, your friend, most of my, I don't think, Christ, only like 2 of the guys I grew up with have kids.
So I'll say this. We lost a lot of people when David was little.
Yep.
This is back when I was married to Christine. But we still maintained New Year's Eve. Mm-hmm. So when we actually tried to do Christmas too, but our parties prior to my son being born,
piss ups.
I don't want to say that they were legendary, but they were pretty intense. We had some crazy fucking parties. My first apartment when I lived on Bowman Street in East Falls, people just getting totally shit faced. Nobody drove. Everybody would just crash. I'd come down in the morning, there'd be like 20 people sleeping in my living room.
Well, Caitlin was born October 1st. We went 3 weeks later to the Halloween party at my friend John's. Bree went as a little girl in jammies with a baby doll.
Perfect.
So, and I'm like, either we're the coolest or worst parents ever, or maybe both. Not sure yet.
So then David got to a certain age, and we started having the parties again. And this is while I was married to Christine, and I remember just people. By that point, people started having kids, and then people started bringing their children over. And as David got, he's 7 or 8. By that point, I was divorced, hadn't met Nancy yet, and people would bring their kids over, and there'd be like 20 kids running through my basement, smoke machines running.
Yeah.
It was insane. It was, I know it sounds silly, but
it gets
they were
weird.
really funny and fun parties. People that know me would come over, and all walks of life would come to these parties.
That's like when we were kids.
You came to some of the later ones where it was still pretty intense.
We when we were kids, my parents used to have parties all the time. They're all drunk and fucked up, and like I was just a little kid wandering through this 70s, all but a key party kind of thing, and just navigating while they're drinking their VO and stuff.
Oh yeah,
and you saw like we had nobody to help us with Caitlin. Like we had no babysitters, nobody in the family,
right. That
which
was
is why
us.
we would go out with you guys, and the kids there playing on a phone.
Right.
Because we got nobody to.
Remember we went to that brewery
yeah.
that time? Yeah.
And we're just like horrified. It was like,
no,
sorry,
listen, life is an evolutionary thing. You figure it out as you go along.
But I mean, I want to write a book on how to potty train your kid, because if anybody is listening and you don't have kids yet and you're thinking about, or you just have a baby and you're thinking about potty training, no one will fucking tell you how to do it. We've asked all our families, they've all had kids.
We had no problem training David.
Well, we didn't know what to do. We were asking people, what do you do? Because Caitlin was tall. She was very tall, and she was skinny. Mm-hmm. So when she was like a year old, she was in like pull-up diapers, like for like a toddler. Mm-hmm. So it's like she didn't even know she was wet. And so it was really hard for, and I'm like, and I went to Bree's sisters. I went to my sisters.
We'll change this to the parenting show.
But they wouldn't tell me how to do it.
I don't remember.
It'll just happen. I'm like, before the fucking prom. Because
I don't remember who told us what's what and how to do it.
I just said, fuck it, take the diaper off.
So I said to David, I said, hey, man.
Hey, you're 18 months old. Get your shit together.
You want you see what Daddy takes a magazine and heads into the men's room, into the bathroom. So you're going to be like Daddy.
You want him to masturbate?
No. So he would take the newspaper or whatever, and he would
Apparently,
you know,
can't tell that.
sit there with the book upside down, you know.
Yeah,
So it all worked out.
yeah. We did a chart.
And we're still training him today.
we did a chart. We gave
27.
stickers out. You know, like did all kinds.
27, 28. What is
All right,
he?
I'll t-
1997.
I'm gonna tell this story, and it's gonna fuck up if we ever do the
He's
gym's.
20.
When Caitlin was potty training, she was right there at the cusp, and she just didn't make it to the bathroom. She just missed, and she was so upset. This is all on me.
All right.
So I went into the garage because the dog had taken a dump in the garage, and I grabbed a piece of dog shit, and I walked back in the house, and I dropped it on the floor. It was like kind of mummified at that point. It was dried, and I put it on the floor, and I was like, uh-oh. And she came running. She goes, what happened, Daddy? I'm like, I had an accident.
Oh, clever. That's clever.
What do you think? I was just going to play with dog
I
shit?
don't know what's going on with you.
She's in there like, oh, Daddy, it's okay. And Bree's trying not to laugh, like her brains out of her
Yeah.
face. So, you know, you do what you got to do.
So we're gonna have to change the show to Wednesday nights, I believe, early in January.
Okay.
My drummer and Instinct can't practice on Wednesdays anymore, so he needs Tuesdays, and I prefer not to practice with the band on Thursdays in case I have a gig on Friday, because Thursday is my preparatory night.
Gotcha. Yeah, I think we'd do that.
Okay, I'm sorry about that. I
No,
really
that's
am.
fine. I mean, we were pretty flexible in the beginning. I think.
There were extenuating circumstances
Yeah, we had to
that
flop around because
we're trying to appease people that didn't.
we
like
weren't even trying to appease. We were just trying to like.
We're being respectful.
We were being respectful, and then they started chasing us around the goddamn calendar. And I
Who
just
the
didn't
fuck
care.
cares? So
Fuckers.
anyway, I don't know if that's the first week in January or I don't know when this
All
is
right,
starting.
just let me know.
Yeah, I'll see those
Where
hose
the hell
heads
are we?
tomorrow.
So we've got where
it's probably the second week in January.
So like, are we doing a show on the 30th?
I don't see why not, but that depends on the whiff.
Yeah. All right. So we'll next week we're good.
Because I know
We'll play it by ear. You guys have a lot of prep.
we have a lot of stuff going on. I think we can probably still do a show on the 30th. I know what I'm doing New Year's Day.
Watching the Mummers.
I'm hoping. I'm sorry, Christmas Day. I know what I'm doing Christmas Day. Because we don't have babies. Next year's going to be a whole new world.
Yeah.
Because next year, my stepson has, we'll have a grandchild by then.
Yeah, that's horrifying.
So I'll have a step grandchild. I don't know how that works.
What?
So,
Okay.
So we'll be probably scooting down to there to give some presents out. Yeah, it's kind of crazy.
That Pappy Paul watched the baby.
What?
That's you.
Oh, I'm Pappy. Pappy Paula.
Pappy Paul.
Oh, they call me Poppy.
Poppy.
Everybody calls me Poppy.
I was always embarrassed because I always said Grandpop, and nobody I knew did.
Now, my grandfathers were both called Pop-Pop, but it was simple. One was a large man, and one was a skinny man. So it was Big Pop-Pop, Little Pop-Pop.
We had Granddad and Grandpop because Bree's dad was Granddad and my dad was Grandpop.
My grandmother,
Not to me, but-
my father's mother was Mom. And my grandmother, there is nobody in the entire world that has a grandmother that was named this. My grandmother, when I was little, she would speak to me in Yiddish.
Mm-hmm.
And she'd grab my face and say, "My little Tatala." And as a baby, I would say Tati.
Big.
That became her name. And every grandchild after me called her Tati.
Yeah.
So I know that things like that happen.
Yeah, my aunt in Polish apparently aunt is Chuchi or something like that. So we used to call our aunts Chuchi, but then we had our one aunt whose name is Catherine that everyone called her Tootie, but she was Chuchi.
So that's cool.
And then we
I
called
love
her Aunt Chuchi or Aunt Chutch, which made no fucking sense. And then all the rest of them were Chuchi Dot, Chuchi Pearl, Chuchi this, and I'm
That's
just
cool.
like,
See, that's cool stuff.
what are you Polacks doing, man?
This is what cultural
That's
people,
what they do, yeah.
and I would say to kids like something like, "What's your tot? Where does your tati live?" And they're like, "The fuck are you talking about?
fuck's wrong with you?"
Like,
Yeah.
once you learn that that's weird, you just don't even bring it up
Well,
anymore.
like everybody
My
I knew,
grandmother.
like people would like the two guys next door, they call their grandmother Nan, and it was like Pop Pop and stuff. Like nobody said Grandpop. It was always like Granddad, Grandfather. You know, and I didn't know what to do with that.
Jim was very nice
Should I
and
drink
brought.
this water first?
You might want to drain it a little. Jim was very nice and brought some Jameson triple.
It's your Jameson triple.
I am not working tomorrow, so this isn't a problem for me.
Oh, it's going to be a problem.
The only thing I have to do tomorrow is wait for the Verizon man to show up. And
Just drink this and wait for him.
did you see the wire strewn about
Oh,
outside?
I pulled it off the sidewalk today.
Well,
Right when you were calling me, I was in front of your house fucking with it.
Well, I decided that I'm going to leave it exactly where it is. I am going to back up the element.
I would just pull it over to like just coil
The
it up.
reason I left it, I want them to see that
You
it
didn't
got
do it.
yanked off the pole.
Well, yeah, they're not going to think you did it.
I don't care. I just there's no I don't want any blame.
No, they can't blame you that.
It's got a nice smell.
This is good.
Oh, that's so fucking mellow. Dude,
What the that's not even like, this is the shit they drink in movies.
this is great.
This is stuff like cowboys sit, like, they sit in the horse trough and drink. What the hell,
There's
man?
there's no
There's
back.
no burn. There's
Yeah,
nothing.
there's nothing.
Oh, that's dangerous.
Mm.
That's as good as like McKellen's 25.
I would, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Oh my God, that is the most.
delicious.
Oof. Oh, happy merry
Let's save the rest of this
holidays,
for,
man.
Well, after we get them tonight.
Yeah.
Let me just say that for Saturday night with the old school show, it's the Philip Puche experience. Poche experience. Puche? I don't know.
I don't know.
They're going to play for about 40 minutes, and that should be good.
So you're gonna get 40 minutes drunker before your first set.
I hope not, but I will be. I will.
We'll have to see if they have that.
So Mike and I are going down at 1:00 to load in. We're going to go down and load in all the gear, and any other band member that wants to participate. Apparently, my singer doesn't even know this is happening.
Well, that's unfortunate.
It's egregious.
My God,
I don't think I can say that. Anyway, so
I'm not wearing- I don't wear contacts,
We're going
by
to
the
go
way.
down there and try and get everything compacted toward the stage because there's going to be an Eagles game
Yeah. Where the hell are you gonna put everything?
just in the front, unless there's a.
But I mean, you got another band coming along. You got to set
They're
your
using
shit.
our shit.
Okay.
You know, they'll bring their sticks and plug their sticks.
Yeah, I mean,
in,
you just put it all over in the corner where the drum kit usually, or not the kit, but
it's going to be flush to the wall.
yeah.
Okay. So
You just have to sit there and make sure nobody goes over and like drools all over or something.
I don't know how we're going to handle that whole thing. There will
I
be
have knives.
there
I
will
can
be
handle
eyes
it.
on it. Let's just
Yeah.
say that. And then you know the game will kick in, and then you know we'll figure it out. But the other band will go on at 8:30 if all goes well, and then we can get the tables moved because you know it depends on when the game ends.
Yeah.
You know,
And depends on, God forbid they lose.
well, then the place will vacate.
Well, yeah, people freak the fuck out.
It's going to be a whole. You know, you can't win, you can't lose. It's never.
This stuff is stupid.
What did I miss here from
I don't know. I can't keep
Tom
track.
Nally? Tom,
Sorry.
he got recognized. Oh, it was about the Chamonix. Okay, all right. I missed the bottom half of his.
Yeah,
point.
I can't. I
I'm
can't
sorry.
bring it. I can't bring it up, so I'm not paying
and
attention. to that.
and now we've timed out again, and we lost everybody.
Did we?
Yeah, it's because of my phone, dude.
God damn it. Well,
The signal keeps dropping. I apologize.
let me see something. I can actually bring it up here. I'm so bummed.
It's getting
'cause-
bit mappy,
In other words,
lagging.
I don't like that.
touch it. Don't touch it. Drugs and alcohol. I gave her white hair. Let's come together.
I missed that. We used to do that a
We're
lot.
still going, I think.
Okay, I don't know. I think I lost.
I can't really tell if this is doing anything.
But
Yeah, it's moving. We're good.
okay,
Oh,
good.
it says the signal keeps dropping, but
See, that's-
it's
it's
because
buffering.
it's us. It's the closed captions are on that we keep talking about.
Oh, that's funny.
So we're good.
Anyway, so that's cool. So we're gonna have Mark Chasen come in a week or two.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
we're
talk
good.
to him on the phone tomorrow. Maybe we get Mark Perry back down here again. He's always a hoot.
I apologize because everybody I try to get in here, they are all excited about it, and then they just drop off the face of
But
the
they're
earth.
in jail, Jim. You have to stop asking those people.
No, that's just family. But
Oh.
no, there were a couple. I don't want to dime anybody on there, but there are a couple people I was really excited to get in here, and
We're going to have Nick Cataldi in the next month. He's
Pat, get in here so we don't have this damn bandwidth issue.
Yeah. He could fix that.
Have Pat and Nick come in at the same time. That would be fun.
That would be interesting.
Yeah.
That'd be like one of those nights we're out together.
Pat can confirm my my velour pants story.
That was fun.
It's like that's what I love about Pat. Only Pat could make that story weirder.
That was,
the whole thing happened, and I'm just standing there like, what the? Like I'm trying to be all cool.
was that
about
an old school gig that happened?
Yeah, it was down at Screwballs, and it was like I'm trying to be chill about it, like because I don't know what else to do, and like the lady finally walks away, and I'm like, all right, it can't get any weirder than that. Pat's like, I have cool jeans too, and I'm like, all right, touche.
Just don't do it again.
I was just so upset. Like, why do you think I'm wearing velour pants? How dare you?
Where do you get velour pants?
I don't think they exist.
I don't think so
I
either.
hope they don't exist outside the 70s, but
Did I tell you the story about trying to change a pickup in that guitar over there?
no, not recently.
I decided I wanted to put the ever popular Duncan distortion in that thing. So I embark on this odyssey.
Mm-hmm.
It's a wiring harness I'm not familiar with. So the first part that got weird was I'm trying to figure out which pickup is which in the wiring. So I'm tugging on it to see which pickup will move as I tug on it. And I'm tugging on it, and eventually the wire just ended up in my hand.
You just pull it right off.
It was an 1/8 inch triple input like you would put in your old phone for your headphones. They had those. They
Wait,
had
an eighth?
1/8 inch? Is that what they are? Or 16th?
Like these, like 3 millimeter?
Like
Like one of those.
one of these.
3 mil, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna screw myself over on that one.
Ah, you're fucked.
One of these.
Yeah.
And so this company, that's what they use for the connectors, so you can like swap pickups
Oh,
easily.
that's nice.
Unfortunately,
you should do that with all your shit.
I wasn't expecting that, and I'm
Now
like,
you don't know
oh,
what-
now I got this wire.
Well, now you just know it's.
So I'm pulling out the pickup after that, and I dropped it and chipped the fucking guitar. Anyway, so I managed to get all that figured out, and I got a Duncan distortion in her, and she sounds really good now. Like it's amazing how much different it sounds.
Yeah.
So long story short, or a long story long,
Long story longer.
that guitar,
Yeah.
bought the guitar with that pickup in it, and I've always loved the sound of that pickup and that guitar. And every guitar I've ever gotten that I play on a regular basis, for the most part, I put a Duncan distortion in. I like the way they sound. There's something about them. And Mark and I did a pickup swap one year, and he gave me some Duncan distortions from the 80s. And they're labeled DDJ, which was the name of the woman who, J was her name, who would wind these pickups. And there was something special about the way she did them. She was Seymour Duncan's right-hand person. So I suspect in that guitar is a DDJ, because I got that guitar in 1990.
Yeah.
And the pickup was already in the guitar, so it's probably in mid-'80s. So I ended up taking Mark gave me 2 DDJs, and I put one in that guy, and I have another one on the shelf. I traded him a T-top Gibson guitar pickup. For those that know, you know that they're worth a decent amount of money. They're really cool. They're probably somewhere around $400 or $500 a piece used these days. I had a bunch laying around.
Do you have any in here?
There's probably a T-top. Oh, it's out of that one. I don't think anything here has a T-top on it. The Flying V should have had a dual set of T-tops, but no, there's nothing left in here that would have anything. But I probably no, there might be one upstairs.
All right.
But I think I have some put away. Well, these DDJ pickups have gained in value, and now they're worth somewhere between $350 and $450 a piece, roughly.
Wow.
They sound great. There's a reason, right?
Yeah.
So I found interviews on YouTube with the woman who did the windings for these.
With Jay.
It's so cool, man. I watched 2 interviews with her last night. I'm excited about it. I'm a dork.
No, it's cool when you find something like that, like somebody did it a certain way, whatever they.
And she
whatever
explained
the hell they
how
did.
she did it. She was the first person to work at Duncan that documented how she built a pickup and put it into an Excel spreadsheet. So now, if you want to make
No, she probably put it into a
whatever
Lotus
pickup-
1, 2, 3.
she said Excel.
Oh, she's lying.
She might have started on Lotus. So she's made pickups for Jimmy Page, and she was going through the laundry list of people she's made pickups for. But when she does what she does, it's like a recipe. It's this gauge wire
Yeah.
on a guitar that has this lacquer on it, and this is what I did, and this is how I did
When
it.
you're making a coil, you make it the same way every time, and it's going to be exactly the same. Same number of windings.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that's what she got into this whole thing, and she was the first person to document to that degree. And then Seymour Duncan was like, because he's a person, he made her the person, the right hand person. And she got into all this detail about the finish on the guitar determines things. And then I watched an interview with a guy named Tim Shaw. Tim Shaw is a prolific pickup manufacturer guy for Gibson in the early 80s. He now works for Fender. And he was doing an interview with this same guy that I watch. And he was talking about how, he goes, people give, like, they speak in terms about pickups from the 50s, like, like there's some magical thing. And he goes, when you get to a guy like Leo Fender, he bought whatever was available. Most of it was military surplus.
Yeah.
It wasn't that he was trying to make something that was super. It was just something that worked. And then when he found it, it worked. And then, suppliers changed and the things didn't sound the same, but they sounded better because they used on this one something different. It was just cool.
You find something that works, and then it's like hard to keep it. Like I've done that with stuff. Like I'm making like for Halloween, you get all the parts, and I've got like tons of them, and I can make the shit I want, and I'm out of parts, and I'm like, fuck.
Where am I going to get that from again?
And then I go and I find something that's not quite as good, and it just doesn't
work.
Yeah.
And it's
and that's,
funny.
And when you're talking about electronics, it matters.
It matters. And
because
a lot of the Golden Age guitars were made from military surplus parts. Whether in Marshall, they were making amplifiers from military surplus parts.
And it doesn't matter if it's great stuff. It matters that it just worked.
It worked, but then it
whatever
became
the hell they did, it worked.
the status or the
Status quo.
status quo for
The
what
paradigm,
what you
if you will.
associate with a certain sound.
Yeah.
So for those that don't know,
Ow.
and probably don't give a fuck, but
No, people are.
there was an
loving it.
amplifier called Fender Bassman, and that's what Jim Marshall, the man who made Marshall amps, he copied that because they couldn't get Fenders were expensive, and he decided to just make some of his own basically, and so he copied a Fender Bassman using parts that were readily available in the UK. Different tubes, different transformers, basic same design, totally different sound. And then a guy named Pete Townsend was one of the guys that latched onto it and liked it. And, and this is how stuff, necessity is the mother of invention.
It's like I was watching a documentary on the Stradivarius violins, and they were trying to figure out what the hell was so amazing about them. And the one theory I found that was really interesting was that it was just a very weird time. Like when you look at, like, you cut a tree down, you look at, there are times when the rings are far apart and when they're not
tight. Yeah.
And when the Stradivarius when they were making them, when those things were being made, the wood just happened to be different. It was just a certain density, and it worked out really well. And then when that wood was all gone, you don't do it. You don't get it anymore.
Right.
And that's just the way it is. You get that
And
sweet
here's
spot.
something that I don't know, and maybe someone can answer me in the comments. Is the Stratocaster named after a Stradivarius as a play on words, Or is it more a thing to the jet age of the
Yeah,
stratosphere, which is what I think it is.
That's what I assumed.
Anyway, pretty cool. There's a lot of stuff out there on YouTube that you can check out, and some of this stuff is mind-blowing. When I first got into manufacturing for printing, I started watching all those shows on Discovery Channel, History Channel, where
How it's made.
how it's made. Because I worked in that environment, and it's absolutely fascinating when you sit back and watch a show where they show how something is made. You're like, wait a minute, what? How? Oh my God, there's a machine that does that. Like,
Well, it's like we had Metal Shop when I was in
I did
7th
too.
grade.
Yeah, we made a little tin box.
We made the toolbox, you know, but it was really cool because we did one thing where we did like house signs, you know, like
Oh,
little-
that's cool.
where you put it up and it had like your name or whatever. We had an assembly line. Everybody made a part.
So it made it a lot
So
more
like
efficient.
Yeah, so like my job was we had like those things that wrought
And
off.
who is
like,
the famous person that helped develop the assembly line?
I was that Nazi Henry Ford.
Yes,
But yeah, he didn't like certain people.
he did not.
But he did
He was
come
good
up
friends
with
with a
he
guy
did-
with a funny mustache.
He did come out with the 5-day work week. Bastard, we could do it in 3. But
Listen,
anyway, but
a lot of good comes from a lot of bad, and a lot of bad
yeah.
comes from a lot of good.
I mean, what's his face? Who's the first guy to fly across the Atlantic? Lindbergh, Charles Lindbergh.
Yeah.
Oh, he's a horrible person.
He was not the greatest guy.
Oh, he would love now, but he
He would.
he would love that shit. But he was a very he was really deep with the Nazis. But you know, whatever, you know, somebody, you know, people do stuff. But yeah, we did that, and it was really funny, like watching how like I had to do the twists. Like I had to take the bar and twist it into little like wrought iron little thing. So I had the machine, like the little like
And after like 6 of them, you were like flying through them.
6 my ass of like 30 of them.
See?
That's like, holy shit. I felt like that's that scene in Schindler's List where he's like, make me a hinge. Huh. How come you only have this many? And I'm like, oh fuck, it's like what? It's like Metal Shop all over again.
is.
Oh my god.
So when I worked at my last company, we did a lot of printing for feminine hygiene, diapers, and all that stuff. And the company that was down here on Allendale Road, they made diapers.
Oh,
And they were on how it's made.
nice. Well, did you see the thing I posted on Facebook? The bikini fart shields?
Yes. They've been around for about 10 years.
I didn't know. I had no idea.
Yeah, I saw that and I saw Mike commented on it. and
Yeah,
you guys,
like
that's funny.
I was horrified. I'm like, wait a minute.
It's a carbon filter.
All right. Well, I don't know.
Whether it works really, I doubt it.
I mean, I might get a pair and just like fart in public just to see if it works.
I would do that at the house and
I might do that.
maybe in the office.
Let me do it at an old school show and like, you know, just do like
No, don't do
just
that.
like, you know, bring like a thing. It's like, see,
I did that once at a rib house show. Somebody else was playing.
you farted
Yep.
a lot.
Like I fucking ripped just to see what would happen.
I don't do that.
It was funny.
Oof.
My wife was like, why did you do that? I'm like, because I could.
See, I don't fart in front of her. I don't fart in front of anybody except the kid. Caitlin, I'll fart in front of. I don't care. I'm not here to impress her. But I do remember one time Bree and I were having an argument. And I had to really go to the bathroom at one point. We were
I'm like,
really fighting.
I gotta go.
And we got to that point where we're just like, that ended the argument right there. I don't know if I won or lost, but the argument was over.
Duck?
Yeah.
Hey, did you see Howard Stern signed a 3-year deal? After all that, yeah.
Yeah,
Just wanted to say that.
Did you see the thing where he did that bait and switch where I forget who it was came in?
Yeah.
and was doing-
Yeah. All right, Jim. You know it's past that time.
Oh my God, is it?
It's time for Florida, man. But we probably have no listeners according to the buffering that I'm
Oh,
experiencing.
that's okay. I love this. I love this banjo thing.
Running.
There you go.
I gotta say, I'm like digging the metal banjo sound.
Where in the hell are you from anyway, Private?
There you go. All right, so let's bring this up. And you're going to have to watch everybody because I can't see shit.
All
so,
right.
let me get this to fit here. God damn it. There we go. All right, so rules are all the same. So 5 of these are real, and 1 of them ain't. No, these are actual stories in the press, actually, supposedly, maybe happened, and 1 of them I made up. So, number 1, Florida man caught stalking ex, admits watching her sleep for months. 2, Florida man arrested for killing roommate asks Siri to suggest how to hide a body.
I'm going to have to come back to you on that. I'm now answering somebody again. God damn it.
Number 3, Florida man found living in church confessional after parishioner noticed the smell. Number 4, Florida man arrested after driving a stolen Jeep back to the scene of his crime to ask if anyone found his missing cell phone.
Was that Pumsley?
Probably. God knows that guy couldn't live without his goddamn cell phone. What would he do all night while he's not sleeping?
He couldn't do a podcast.
5, Florida man impersonates a prosecutor to drop the charges against himself. And 6, Florida man hotwired a forklift to cause $100,000 in damage to a Walmart liquor store under construction, later telling police a hookah-smoking caterpillar drove him to do it, and giving his name as Alice Wonderland. Yeah, it's a scary week.
I'm going to go with number 6 because it's just too long-winded.
I knew you were going to do it. I didn't know if it was going to be that or the fact that there weren't quotes at the end. But, okay.
There was a typo.
Anybody else? Bree is saying number 6, too.
Because, the only thing that, like,
It
makes
sounds
me,
like something I would
You used
make
to have
up.
a Jeep, so I'm like, oh, he put a little
You're thinking
teaser
you're
in
thinking
there.
about this way too much, man. There's not that much thought in it.
I think sometimes there is.
Okay. Anybody else?
Trust me.
Let's do this. We're going to play.
There's nothing happening on the thing because it keeps buffering.
I'm gonna play the
They're gonna
Florida
have to
Man
catch it
theme
on
one more
on
time.
YouTube.
When this is over, we'll do it.
Oh my God, that's great. This is the best. Florida Man Irish Twist. Yeah. You know our movie's coming out next year. What? Peaky Blinders.
Okay. So,
Take another sip.
all right. So, the prosecutor guy, that thing, that's obviously real. I can't. Or this one.
People can try things.
That's insane.
Listen, dude, as far as I'm concerned, everything you put up here is a plausible scenario.
Yeah. Number 1 is obviously real because that's just too creepy not to be real. Oh my God. How hard could this be?
Yeah, but why wouldn't you watch somebody sleep? I've done that.
That's fucking weird, man.
What? Why?
It just is.
Why?
Yeah, it's weird.
If you love somebody, you want to watch them sleep.
Yeah, if it's your ex, you don't want to watch them sleep.
Well, it depends on where your living situation
no,
is.
no, you don't. No,
What if they're staying with you?
no. This one, the stolen Jeep one,
See?
is real.
See?
What? It's real.
I know, but you picked it because it had Jeep in it.
No,
I
I
know
did-
it. I
No,
know it.
that's not why I picked it. The Siri one is real.
Yeah, I figured that. Probably.
That's terrible.
That's
That's
a
just
shame.
dumb.
No, but that's
Dumb.
Did you hear what happened this past week? The guy, he murdered his wife because she was having an affair, and he was doing searches on how to dispose of a body. He
Yeah,
didn't,
you don't do that.
yeah, I know.
I mean,
And then
God,
he went
watch
to
fucking
Lowe's to buy the
CSI.
hacksaw.
Oh my God. All right, so it's down between the church confessional and what you guys picked, and the real one is what you guys picked. That's real.
What the fuck?
I made that one up.
See, but that's totally.
Yeah,
See,
yeah.
that happened in Norristown, I think,
I
and then they burned the church down.
what actually made me think about it was when when I was a kid, I used to go to church. My parents went to church twice a year if I was lucky. If they were lucky, if God was lucky, whatever. And
I think God was unlucky about that, but it worked for
but
somebody.
like I used to go every week because I thought it was a thing I should do. So my friend John,
So you went of your own volition.
yeah.
Very interesting.
So I used to go, and my friend John used to go, and we just wound up like meeting for church every Sunday.
That's wild.
And
what a good kid you were.
We would sit like up like church. Catholic churches are shaped like crosses,
Yes.
and so we sat in this side of the cross piece,
Sure.
in the back row.
Left cross.
Yeah, so
Right.
we would sit there, and we were terrible people. So we would do this thing where you would go up. The whole point of Mass is so you could go up and get the little wafer thing, those things I
Yeah.
brought in,
Yeah.
and you would get that, and that's like the whole reason you're there, to get that.
Really?
Yeah.
Why don't you just go to 7-Eleven?
Well, they have to be consecrated, and then the
Oh, so
spells and the
you
shit.
were trying to
Yeah, there's a whole thing.
you're trying to get something good out of it.
Yeah. So
All right. I get it. I get it.
so we talked about this earlier. So we would like what you're supposed to do is you're kneeling, and then you get up, and then you go out row by row, and you get in
Yeah.
line. You go,
Yeah, I've watched it happen at
You eat the thing.
funerals or something.
Yeah, and then you go back to the pew, and you sit there, and you
What a stupid name.
yeah, and you pray for a bit, saying hey, this is awesome, thanks. But we didn't because we had to go to work. We had to be there by noon.
So
and we
you're
always
ducking?
went. No, we would go back where the confessionals were. So they were just like the confessional is like it's like a little alcove.
It's an outhouse.
It's an alcove, but it's got like a curtain,
Yeah.
and you go in there and pull the curtain, and then the priest is in like behind a door, and he like tells you your shit and what you have to do. So we would stand back there by this curtained alcove, and we would just stand there. And as soon as he said, this is done, you're supposed to wait for the priest to actually go past you before you leave. But he was like, the Mass is over. You're going to go and blah, blah, blah. We'd bolt because we had to get work.
Yeah.
We had to be there. Like we were just on time. If we
Listen,
left
man,
it.
you had to get somewhere.
I'm trying to do everything right. So there was one day when we're back there, and he's on one side of the alcove. He's here, curtains here, and I'm on the other side. We're just sitting there like waiting to get dismissed. And I was bored, so I reached behind the curtain, and I grabbed him, and I pulled him inside, and I fucking pulled the things out of my head again. But he was in the confessional. I yanked him in.
Oh no.
And then I held the curtain shut, and I was standing in front of it like this, holding it shut. And he's behind me like, motherfucker, let me out. And I'm like, he's like, I'm going to fucking kill you. And I'm like, and I just held it. There was no way he could get out without like making a huge scene. So he couldn't do anything. So he's stuck in there. So like, the Mass is going on and on and on. The priest is getting to the end, and I very casually let go of the curtain, and I slipped out. And I'm outside, and apparently what he did was he just like threw this thing aside and jumped out right as the priest said, as the priest was leaving, and everyone turned around, and they saw him jump out. And he's like, ah. So I'm standing outside, and he comes out, and he's like, you motherfucker! Like he just screams that. And I'm like laughing and everything. And then later I'm like, were you and John in the orchard after church? I'm like, why? He goes, I thought I heard him yelling over there or something. Yeah, probably did. Well, this was the same guy I was with one time. We couldn't sit back there. Sorry about that. And we sat right in the middle of the goddamn church, like 5 rows from the front, which I'm not used to. And we're sitting there, and I have my like sunglasses on like the back of my shirt, and I'm really bored. The priest is doing his like homily, and he's like, and most of the time I would sit there and count how many times he said and I was getting really bored, and like I just leaned over to him and I took my sunglasses off. Gotta stop doing that. And I'm like, dude, put these on, stand up and scream, my God, I can see. And he wouldn't do it. And it's like,
I don't blame him.
and
That's wrong.
he did way worse shit than I did. And he's just sitting there like this. And I'm like, fuck is wrong with you? Come on, do it, you pussy. And he wouldn't do it. And he's not even like I thought all I wanted him to do was look at me and go, okay. But he wouldn't even look at me. He's just like, and I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you? All of a sudden, Sister Mary Teresa, my mom's one nun friend, comes up in the middle of Mass, in the middle of the church, in the front of the church, smacks me upside the back of the head, grabs a missilette, points to where we are, and throws it in my arms. And I'm like, fuck.
You never got away with shit.
Well, it wouldn't have been a problem, but at that
If it
point,
wasn't for those meddling kids.
at that point, I was going to Catholic school, and they were paying part of my tuition. So I'm like, fuck.
That's why you were going.
No, it wasn't. But
So they when I was in Hebrew school, so when I was a kid, you went to Hebrew school so you could learn to read your bar mitzvah or bat mitzvah. And
that's
so
actually
we had-
worse than what we had to go through.
we had classes 2 hours, Sundays 10 to 12, Tuesdays and Thursdays, or Monday and Wednesday, depending on what year it was. Mostly Tuesday, Thursday. And I was a good student in regular school. I was a good kid in regular school. They called it Hebrew school. When I went to Hebrew school, I was anti-Paul because I didn't want to be there. I didn't give a shit. Didn't want to be involved with it.
Well, I told you I got left back a year in Sunday school.
I got thrown back 1 year because the rabbi's wife was my teacher. For 1 year, she was filling in for somebody, and let's just say her and I didn't have a good.
I don't like his chutzpah.
We didn't get along,
Yeah.
and I complained to him about her.
Oh, good.
He agreed with me. It was a long time.
But
ago.
I do want to get laid, so we're going to keep you back.
So he's like, we're just going to put you in this class with so and so, and because I got along with that
kid
teacher.
from Canada.
So it was so funny, man. But
Yeah,
I just didn't. It was not. That whole thing wasn't for me. None of it was for me.
I got left back. I got left back in. I do 5th grade twice.
Yeah, because they had the grades. Well,
Yeah.
in Hebrew school they were called Aleph, Bet, Gimel, something. Because that's the.
Yeah, I was Catholic. We
that's
can't
the
memorize shit
Hebrew,
like that.
The Hebrew alphabet. But when I was finally done, it was over. I'd been bar mitzvahed and I'd reached the end of my classes. We had a guy that was our last teacher at the school. He was a guy that taught wood shop over in Cheltenham or something. Saul Senders. Really cool dude. And he decided he was going to teach a class for teenagers afterward. It was like sort of like your parents would pay, I don't know, a couple bucks, but basically it was like how to like function in life as an adult class.
God.
And it was based in Judaism, but it really wasn't about Judaism. It was just like, okay, what happens when somebody dies? What goes on? Like some of us I had been through it.
My
but
parents get drunk.
you would go. So he would go through the whole steps and what happens when you get married and what happens when this happens and you have children. So it was just all this like
See,
kind
that
of
makes sense.
It was like kind of like cool. Like,
Yeah. But this is a guy
and it
who
was-
knows how to talk about that stuff.
it was great, and he was this just incredible human being.
We had people like
And
Fisher
so I
telling
wasn't-
us how to like get married.
It wasn't based in religion; it was based in reality.
Yeah.
But you happen to be this religion, so here's how it functions, and that's inside that paradigm.
Second time we use that word tonight.
And it was great for me because I had this chick I liked. So we would during the break we would go disappear and make out
Yeah.
down the basement.
Sorry, can I use this paradigm to get hook up?
But
Absolutely.
he was great. Like for all the years that I hated it, the 6 or 7 years preceding that I hated the place. I liked this guy. He was cool. And
Yep.
it was funny because a bunch of my friends, we were all miscreants, during that time. We would do stuff, and
Yeah.
you'll tell your stories. I won't necessarily tell all my stories, but we would do equivalently stupid shit.
I can't tell all mine because
the
I don't know.
synagogue.
I don't want to go to jail.
But it wasn't that bad. But everybody liked him, and we all went to this thing, and we all hung out, and we were a bunch of pot smoking heavy metal heads and rock and roll heads, and he was just the greatest dude. This guy was such a good dude, such a good person.
Yeah.
And he made an impression. Like it's still to this day, I think about Saul Senders, and the things that he imparted, and he really cared. And you don't find a lot of that in life.
No, I was thinking about that the other day. Like like, because going to Catholic school, it's like you have a priest or a Christian brother teaching, somebody who's celibate, teaching you about marriage and the family. You're just like,
Somehow this isn't adding up.
go on. And
But there are
Paul Fisher,
There-
I was telling him about it.
Listen.
I was talking to him about it. He goes, I taught that. And I'm like, of course you did.
there are people that can rise above a situation and handle that.
But still, it's like if you don't have the experience, shut the fuck up.
It's sort of like having somebody come in here who doesn't play guitar and say to you, "I'm going to tell you about all this stuff."
Yeah, yeah. It's the Finkelstein paradox. Somebody who doesn't know what the fuck they're doing telling you this is how you do it.
Okay, now see, I'm going to defend him.
Don't do that.
That guy could play guitar and he did know what he
Well,
was doing.
I played hockey with him. He couldn't play hockey,
But there
and
were-
he used to tell people how to play hockey.
There were things about things that didn't necessarily know. Okay,
It's kind of like this. If you know this much about something, don't
Doesn't
go
mean you know
yelling about. Yeah,
this
don't go
much.
telling people they're wrong.
Humble pie goes a long way in life.
Yep. Yeah.
I live by that doctrine. I don't.
I was actually horrified to find out. I remember one time somebody was saying something. We were sitting around a bunch of us. I think I was like 15. Kids were saying shit about me, and they're like, "Oh, this is why he tells everyone he's not a virgin." And I'm like, "I'm sorry, when did I say that?" And I was like horrified. And I went to my friend, like, "I'm sorry, does everyone think I'm like some asshole blowhard? Because I've never said these things.
It's funny how people will.
Like, I've never said that. Like, I would fully admit, like,
But he meant that.
yeah, I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing. Like, what are you kidding me? But yeah, but yo, when I knew him, that's all he ever did. He would take the little bit that he could do, like he could ice skate without killing himself.
Right.
That's something, I guess. But you don't go up to guys like I knew guys like there were guys on our team.
They could run circles
They
around.
could play hockey. Like these
Right.
guys shouldn't even be on our team. And he's yelling at them, and I'm like, dude, no.
That's how you get beat the fuck up.
Yeah, that's how you get murdered in the parking lot.
Yeah.
Like, that's how. Like, did you ever see that scene in like Full Metal Jacket with the soap?
But dude, that's how he is with everything.
Yeah, and it's just like I remember I told you
I'm uncomfortable talking about this in the air.
no, it's fine. I'm talking about you're not.
It's
I'm just-
9:05.
Yeah,
I really have nowhere to go or anything to do.
you don't.
But I do have to piss.
Yeah, I do too.
So I guess we're gonna say goodbye.
You want to end this, and or do you want
Unless you want to take turns and keep going.
you take turns and go for a little bit more and have another drink, or
That sounds kind of nice,
you want
actually.
to do that?
Yeah.
Or why don't you go and
All right.
do your thing?
I've never done that. Don't play any P sounds. All right, you can. I don't care.
No, I'm not like you. I'm not going to play piss sounds. Damn you. God. But no, I love like you're going to listen to me, right? I am listening. Okay, good. So he's going to pee and listen, but no, that's the thing I like about like it's funny about like going to Catholic. Like I only went to Catholic school 10th, 11th, 12th grade, so I didn't get the whole full experience. But because I was going to public school, I had to go to Sunday school up until God. I guess until 5th grade because I was actually in 6th grade and I failed 5th grade and I had to do it again. But I think it was because I just didn't. I did have to do it again because I didn't go. I just blew it off. So I had to do that, and then. No, I didn't go because I didn't want to, and then and the whole thing was like in 2nd grade you prepare to go to confession, which is so much fun, and then in the hell is it 6th grade you prepare to get confirmed, where you take your new name. And unfortunately, I moved to Florida between 6th and 7th grade and never got confirmed. Yeah. So I never got my confirmation name. And you're supposed to get that between 6th and 7th grade. So when I was in Florida, you got it after 9th grade, but I came back after 8th. So I missed it in both places. So like
So you were nobody.
I was nothing. And then I was like, oh fuck. So I'm like 18 years old and I haven't been confirmed, and I'm like, and I'm still going to church and thinking like I should probably be a good person, and I'm like, I guess I should get confirmed and shit. So I had to go over to where that guy, the teacher, went over to say I know who killed Susan Reinhardt. I had to go over there, And
Paul the Elder, his kids were like in school when all that happened.
My sisters were, yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So when Susan Ronner was killed and all that stuff happened, Father Gormley was the guy that guy ratted out to.
Oh God.
And he was the guy I had to go to for my confirmation. So he's like, so I went there and I was dating this girl at the time, and he's like, "Who's your sponsor?" I'm like, "Her." "Who's this?" "This is my girlfriend." He was so fucking pissed. Like, he just didn't look happy. And the whole time I'm thinking, like, did you find that goddamn pipe I left in your fucking bush, you piece of shit? But so we're doing the whole thing, and like they torture you the whole time when you get confirmed. It's like the bishop will be there, and he's gonna smear some oil on your head. I'm like, what? Oil? No, I don't want that. Well, that's what he's gonna do. I'm like, what kind of oil? It's anointed. I don't want that fucking on my head. It's gross. So I had to go through the whole thing, and then like I had to go there, and they always tell you like he's gonna ask you questions. He's gonna ask you like, who is Noah's great grandson? If you don't know, then he's gonna embarrass you in front of the whole thing, and he'll pull your balls off, and it's all this horrible thing. Like, you don't know what he's gonna do.
It seems like everything's based in fear.
Everything's based in fear.
Yeah.
So you're terrified that he's gonna stop you and ask you a question you can't, and you don't do it, and then he's just gonna start like scourging you at the fucking altar. And like I'm going in there, and there's all these kids that are like between 6th and 7th grade going up, and then I walk, I'm like fucking 18, I'm like towering over everyone, and he just looked at me like, the fuck, man. And then I was like, you have to pick a name, and I said to my mom was like, what name are you gonna pick? Are you gonna pick Joseph? I'm like, why would I pick Joseph? What's your grandpa's name? I'm like, that's a shitty name. I don't want that. So what are you gonna pick?
That was
I'm like,
mean of you to say.
it's a crap name. I don't like it. So I was like, I'm just being honest. I don't like that name. So I was like, she's like, what are you gonna pick? I'm like, I was thinking Dylan. And she looked at me. I'm like, no, not like Bob Dylan. I'm not happy like Dylan, like Sheriff, the Dill.
Like the killer.
And she's like, you can't do that. And I'm like, why? It has to be a saint's name. Like, there's no Saint Dylan. So
Lo and behold, you looked it up. There was one.
There was no, there wasn't. I was like, fuck. So I'm like, and this was right around the time
Saint Schmoopy.
It was right around the time they figured out that Saint Christopher didn't exist. Not a real person, didn't exist.
You're speaking stuff I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just, that's what I'm telling you. So
sounds real.
Saint Christopher is you wear the medal to keep you safe, whatever the fuck, like Saint Anthony.
No, I don't.
There's all kinds of saints. Saints fucking everything.
That's the problem, Jim. Is I don't know what any of this.
No,
shit is.
and neither do I.
And why would I?
You shouldn't, because it's all shit. But
whether it is or it isn't.
No, it's shit.
It's
but
not
he
relative.
he was like the saint that protected you. But then they said, well, he didn't really exist. He supposedly carried Jesus across a river or some shit. So
that was nice of him.
Yeah, I thought so. So about that point, they're like, well, he's not a real person. He doesn't exist. I'm like, I'm going to pick Christopher. Because it was like...
Christopher seems like the most Christian name you could have.
Or, yeah, I think so. Or you could be Jesus or something. I suppose.
That's Jesus.
Yeah, I mean, whatever. You can pronounce it any way you want. All right, my turn.
Okay, good luck.
That's right, I am.
What are you?
Wrong. Trust me. Outrageous, and I will repeal it.
Unlike someone we know.
Sue me, dickhead.
That was Arnold Schwarzenegger, for those that don't know. So if you don't know, and I know I mentioned it earlier in the show for those that stayed till the end and they didn't, because we buffered through this whole thing. Old School will be at Screwballs in King of Prussia this Friday night, and we're going to have the Poochie Experience opening up the show, and that's going to be something special. Mostly for me, it's just going to be a moment where I can sit back and get my thoughts together. I'm going to actually, while I'm talking to you, I'm just going to send a little note. 40 minutes for the opener. Anyway, that's all happening this Saturday down at Screwballs, and that's right after the Eagles game. So it's going to be an interesting Saturday. But I'm excited anyway. And then on the 27th, Old School will be at the Sellersville Moose Lodge. On January 2nd, we will be at Peppers by Amadeus in King of Prussia. And then on January 3rd, we will be at McStew's. It'll be Bob, our singer, assisted, I guess is the right word. I don't know. Or
Complimented by.
Joined by Claire.
Yeah, there you go.
From Breaker. She's also going to be with us on the 31st at Sweeney's. So Old School is playing a number of selected shows at Sweeney's next year. Hopefully, I'm trying to see if I can get Claire to do all those shows. It would be kind of interesting to have those be like kind of like a showcase show where we have the male-female thing. And of course, we've added the Final Score to our repertoire. The Final Score is a new bar for us. We'll be there on February 2nd.
Oh, I thought it was like a song by Europe.
Oh, it should be. Huh. And for those that don't know, Old School has been kind of a staple at the M3 Rockers tailgate party every year. And this year we will be doing it on the Saturday. So I'm going to probably go down the Friday night before and chill out. My wife and I are going to go and relax, have some dinner, get to bed, and then we'll get there early in the morning to set up because it's a nightmare. As you know, you've got to set the tent up.
Yeah, I still have scratch marks on my forehead.
But Earl promised me that the band would be able to set up in the grass this year, not on the stone. Crushed stone. I don't know if you've
gravel.
The gravel parking lot.
Oh, I'm very, very familiar with the gravel.
So
I still find some of it in my
that should
forehead.
be interesting. And the headliner this year is it's either Tom Kiefer or Queensryche. I'm not sure who's headlining.
I think it's Kiefer.
Tom Kiefer from Cinderella.
No, I think it's him.
Okay, that makes sense. I just saw Queensryche about 4 weeks ago. They were phenomenal. That's cool. You should put it right on the table.
Put it on the table.
Yeah.
All right.
But that's all I got, man. It's 9:15. I'm probably going to drink a whole lot more. I have nowhere to be tomorrow. Unfortunately.
There you go. Ooh, that's nice.
Burn my time up.
Well, anyway, about 15 minutes ago on MoncoRadio.com, the cat call just started up. My daughter's radio
fuck?
show.
You shit the bed on that one.
Yeah, sorry, I'm wearing Depends. So, hey, if you're not listening to us, go listen to that. And
it's not true.
Yeah, check it out. It's really cool. And if you listen to it, you most likely will get laid soon. So that is what you should probably do.
Trust me.
Yeah.
You son of a bitch.
Yeah, I couldn't do any of that stuff. I had to keep it so minimum over here because we have
See,
have no bandwidth at all.
This is literally loaded in my computer into the memory.
Well, the only stuff I have...
memory.
I have... Let's see, what do I have here?
I am Quaid.
What the hell is happening here? I have
In the mouth.
Yep.
It's fuzzy math.
Okay, you pretend like you don't know what you're doing, even though somebody showed it to you maybe 10, 15 times. You get somebody else to work with you who's supposed to be going home on vacation, and then they end up doing all your work, and then you can go and maybe drink a case or two of Dock Street after work.
Oh, that's good. Dock Street.
And this just in, you can go fuck yourself.
There you go. That was Ted, by the way.
Is that what he sounds like?
Yeah, that's him.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, he did that.
Well, Jim, it's that time.
It's
actually past that time.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'll see you next week.
Yeah.
Wait, I'll see you this weekend.
You'll see me on Saturday, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
I think
wow.
there's going to be a hot tub party.
So glad you guys played that.
There's going to be a hot tub party afterward.
Oh, is there? Seriously? You're full of shit.
Why? Why not?
Because I wish it to be full of shit. I don't know.
I'm going to...
So you have a shit ton of pretzels you have to eat before Saturday.
No. I'm saving them for the
Well, then you got a shit ton of liquor to drink. That is dangerously easy to drink.
Dude, that's the best. Other than that Jack Daniels that Rich had here that was aged for 17,000 years.
That Calico brought?
Oh, that was really good.
I felt guilty drinking that.
This is better.
That is really that. I feel like you've taken your first step into
I missed.
Yeah,
he's a good kid.
But you've taken your first step into a larger world with this. I feel like I've broken.
Yeah, we got a lot of
Dangerous, dangerous
I
stuff.
can't even think right now.
Yeah, that's what it does.
Yeah. All right.
Let's play some going out music. You remember this?
Very 80s.
No. 60s.
60s?
It's Captain Scarlet.
It's a modern take on it.
It is. It's a metal version, yeah.
Okay.
Kind of like go-go boots, I
They
don't
were
know.
weird puppets. They scared me.
No, these are the bigger puppets. They look a little more normal. It's not like like Thunderbirds or
It's still
God forbid Sea Ray or whatever the fuck. I love that
Yeah, it's great.
so much. I'm so glad I found that.
Well, we'll see you next week because we're going to do another show.
Yeah.
To hell with the consequences.
Yeah, we'll do that, and it'll be Christmas week, and
Yeah, it's going to be fucking great. I can't wait for
yeah.
Christmas.
why?
I don't know.
Hmm.
Oh, I know why. Because I like Christmas Eve, and on Christmas Day, I go gamble.
Oh, see, I
I
absolutely
play slot machines.
absolutely loathe Christmas.
Sorry.
It's fine. I really do hate it.
And as a kid, it was always great because my dad always took us to a Chinese restaurant.
See, we did everything on Christmas Eve.
We would go to a place called Lychee Gardens, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. And we did everything Christmas
Sounds
Eve.
terrible.
It was like we
great.
opened all our presents at midnight. Like we were those people.
Oh. You
And then-
killed it.
Yeah, or we'd have like midnight mass. We'd all
So
be
if you opened
pissed.
it at midnight, did you play with your toy all night? Wait,
No.
that sounds terrible.
No. No, I mean it was one of those. You're like, somebody's gonna go to bed. But I mean, we made it. Like Bree actually came up with a great rule once Caitlin was a kid, where Christmas Day we open the presents. We are not fucking going anywhere. Because the worst thing you can do to a kid is, here's all your Christmas presents. You happy? Yeah. Okay. Fucking put that
We're
away.
out.
We're going out.
Yeah. No, my sister always did that. They always stayed.
Yeah.
They called it footy pajama day or whatever. They would just
Everybody's in their footies. You do like Christmas story. You drink wine at 8 o'clock in the morning, and
and you just chill.
yeah, chill the fuck out.
For me,
man.
it's eggnog.
I can't drink eggnog.
I love it.
Oh, I love it, but I can't drink it.
Kills you.
I wouldn't fit through that door if I
Oh.
was drinking eggnog.
Well, I know it does that, but I just don't eat anything else.
Yeah, no, I'd have to not eat anything else for like a month.
All right, Jim.
All right, we're out. Thanks to everybody for showing up. Sorry we were lagging. We had technological conundrums tonight.
Connection issues.
Yeah, so
We'll fix it.
there's a big cable line outside the studio on the ground in the snow. It's pathetic. but
You motherfuckers.
fix it tomorrow. We'll be back next time. We'll be able to like do fun stuff. And thanks all for hanging out. Thanks for playing along, and we'll see you next time.
Jacks off.
Word up. Thank you. Take care. Bye.